The Dyson Sphere's construction continues, and rockets have mysteriously stopped launching from Gacrux Prime, except it's not mysterious, because a few commenters were quick to point it out. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. So let's go ahead and get back. Oh, you know what? Let me just make sure before I go anywhere. I know I set this up last episode, but I just want to make sure everything is on the up and up. Yep, perfect. All right, warpers are on the way still. We have this set to remote supply, local demand, and those bots are definitely doing their job. How's power? Power is completely fine. Let's go. So there's a very simple reason that rockets have stopped launching, and it's kind of hilarious. Because it's just a simple mistake. And it's not even the worst kind of mistake either, because since I set up a buffer, if I understood, I haven't loaded into the game yet since I was told what the problem was. Where's Gacrux? There it is. But if I understand properly what the issue is, and I believe I do, then we're going to have a box full of Dyson frame components. And I'm really hopeful that that's the case. We might have multiple boxes full at this point. Well, probably not, but our storage should be filling up. So when we fix this problem, a lot of components will get immediately dumped onto the line, and things should generally go smoothly for a bit. The only downside is, of course, that does delay our ability to observe any other shortages in the ongoing logistics of our entire system. Because if one basic resource stops running smoothly right when you've been working on a bunch of others... Hello. Come here. Come here. Thank you. Hard landing. If one stops flowing smoothly when you've been working on a bunch of others, then, yeah. We've got multiple boxes of these. Nice. Yeah, it's not connected at all. Oops. You could tell I tried to. Or maybe I thought it was connected and then forgot that I hadn't fully done it. Okay. There we go. So yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, when you have one resource suddenly stop producing and all the other things that you've been focusing on can just pile up, because they're piled up, you aren't actually able to tell how well things are actually running. But now we have rockets very quickly being spit out, and you can see them just making their way down to the launchers. And this should be satisfying to watch, actually. We should see... I mean, we could watch it manually, but also we can see from here just the number of launches that are going to start going off as these rockets make their way down the line. Yep. Just in sequence. Look at that. Look at that. It's glorious. That's the first time I've seen that many fire in sequence. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough rockets to get more to fire in sequence. But still, the fact that... Well, it looks like more rockets are making it down the line, because now some of the ones at the very end are starting to fire, which is great. So now that means, are all of them firing? Oh my god, it does. Look at that. Holy crap. Alright, well, as I said, this episode we're very likely to see more of these frames complete. As I explained last episode, I can go ahead and start filling in the frames with panels anytime I want, but I like to wait until they're complete boxes, just for funsies. So that's what we're doing. By the way, we're almost done with our research, so that's nice. But this is just really satisfying to see, I have to say, because this is what we've been working towards, is having a steady flow of rockets, and having a steady flow of the components required to make said rockets. So now we just need to keep a close eye on this situation and see, like right now, is this amount growing or is it shrinking? That's what I'm just going to stare at this container for a second. Like, are we making enough of these components, or do we need to make more? It does actually seem like, yeah, there's a resource shortage on account of... Wait, why is that? Hang on, let's see if we can figure that out. Because we shouldn't really be short on that. And yet... And yet... Is that it? Is that it arriving? I mean, those are our frame components, but is that really what we needed? Oh yeah, I guess it is. Why was I... That's odd. I saw the frame components, but in my head, I kid you not, Legion, I was thinking of the carbon nanotubes. So I was looking for those on the line, even though the icon was clearly referring to the frame material. So, frame materials seem to be coming in somewhat slowly, which is interesting. Yeah, we don't have a lot here now. And I remember openly floating the idea... Oh yeah, this... You definitely need a higher charge rate here, buddy. I remember openly floating the idea of making more of those here, which it's probably time for that, to tell you the truth. It's probably past time for that. I'm gonna head down to the other pole and make sure those are set up to a higher recharge rate as well. It does seem like our generation capacity on Gacrix Prime is now being tapped out, so what we're gonna have to do is make sure that we have enough artificial suns burning. Now these are already set to 120. Yes, indeed they are. Perfect. Starting to see, like, there's a good amount of deuterium just available, which is lovely. So deuterium is no longer in shortage remotely. We have tons of deuterium fuel rods here, or deuteron fuel rods. And those are being sent to help make rockets from the other pole, which is just great. So, yeah, I suppose that earlier comment from episodes back about potentially making frame materials here might be our best course of action. Let's think about where we might do that, and let's make sure I'm not already doing it. Hang on, because that would be hilarious if I just forgot that they're already here and I'm just not looking at them directly. There are actually some being produced here. Where? And why don't I see them? Maybe they're on the other pole? To be completely honest, in the back of my head I was like, didn't I already do that? But I didn't remember doing it, so I just assumed that I didn't. But evidently I did. Where? Here they are. Alright, so... Yeah, I remember setting this up now, of course. Okay, so good news. Very good news. We have plenty of the resources we need to extend this. So let's just go ahead and do that. I bet some of you are in the comments like, oh my god, dude, you've already got these, you've already got these, pay attention. I know, I know. My brain was derping a little bit. It's gonna happen. Alright, so... Best way to split this. I don't love this situation. Probably the best way would be just to put a splitter, literally. How to split? Use a splitter. Fancy that. And then do this. Or you know what? Even better. Let's go this way. And then what I can do is come down this way. Magical. Alright, so now this line can go all the way this way. And you know what? It can continue, too. It can keep going, and we might need it to. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to that line for now, because we're going to dramatically increase the production of these on this planet. It seems like we have the resources for it, and it seems like this is the thing that's needed. So let's gun for it. Let's gun for it. How are we doing on the Dyson frame? What's it? 11.8? Man, look at those rockets. Holy crap, that is nice to see. That's what we've been working towards this whole time. Alright, so now... Lack of item. Oh, that's rude. I don't have a lack of that item, I just don't have it in my inventory. Really? I dutifully replaced everything in its logistics slots. And now I... Hang on, did I copy paste that? Yeah, I did. And now I need to set it all back up again. Alright, so there's that. Now I need to get the line going here. Because right now I do not have the line going. So let's fix that. Please tell me you will connect. Good, you will. God, I love that auto arch feature. It's been a while since I've said that. We've gotten accustomed to it in this series, but it's still such a nice quality of life difference that they've added to the game. Over and above what used to be possible. I freaking love it. Alright, so we're making lots of these things here. But we can't quite do everything we need. First of all, let's add some power. If I put you right there, you should be completely good. Glorious. Alright, so I am noticing, like, this resource might not be coming in super high quantities, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that. But now we just need to set up the outputs. So let's copy-paste one of the working sorters. Collide with other object, huh? That's a lie. You just have a sorter that's slightly out of alignment somehow, and you can't do it the same way. They'll eventually engineer that out of the game, and that error message will no longer be as common. Because the programmers behind Dyson Sphere Program are awesome. Youthcat is great. Alright, so we are definitely having trouble getting carbon nanotubes in. And I don't think it's for lack of the raw resources, because we have plenty of spiniform stalagmite crystals, so I think it's just a productivity thing. Yep. Looks that way. Although, interestingly, the resource isn't entirely making it down this line here. So we could increase our productivity of this resource in a couple of ways. And the most obvious way... Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. It seems like I have enough spiniform stalagmite to pull this off. So I'm just going to have a second line running that resource down here. Let's see what the best way to align this would be. Alright, about like so. So now we have two lines feeding it out from this ILS. And I don't think... Hang on. I'm going to have to do an artificial arch here. Don't think I quite did that right. Let's try that again. Need to remember how to do this exactly. Was it... Maybe it's like this. Yeah, that's what it is. There we go. Now you should come right back down. More or less right back down. Close enough. Alright, so I'm not going to do what I did with the... in the lost episode, shall we say, the lost 15-minute episode, when I was fixing the processors on Zeta RA. I mentioned that, you know, I had a recording that I thought I was recording, and I wasn't. But I did do something during that time that's still in my memory as a solution, which I, of course, then retconned during the actual recording and didn't do. But what I did very simply, was I used 2 lines for the resources coming into the smelters. Either the smelter or the assemblers. Oh yeah, it was 2 output lines. So I had the smelters output onto 2 lines because in this case it was a situation where the output lines were saturated and I needed to get more silicon transported. Ended up using pilers and a combined belt in the actual recording. But in this case, I'm not quite doing that. Oh, hang on. I probably would like more quantum chemical plants. Yes, I would. And making them is not going to be easy. I'm going to have to go get resources in order to make them. That's okay, though. Let me just place what I have. Alright, that's 8. And this will be good for a start. So what we shall do is output there. Input here. Good. It looks like everything is going to line up. All of the recipes got pasted appropriately, and also it looks like everything's powered, which is kind of a miracle. So that should increase the amount of carbon nanotubes coming to this production facility, this production apparatus, pretty dramatically. It does seem like... Okay, so... Okay, good, good. We're starting to see some come across. How saturated is this, though? Do I need to do more? How many more do I need? I might just need to go ahead and leave. Alright, so this research that we're working on right now is a research speed upgrade. It's going to be nice. And then we have 3 upgrades to the Dyson Sphere stress system. Hang on, speaking of the Dyson Sphere stress system, I'll bet you there's... Yep, there it is. There it is. Plain as day. We're going to queue up a panel there. Ooh, 3 in a row, and there, and there, and there. Yeah, the rockets are now going ham. Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, it's coming together fast now. And mind you, what we're working on right now is going to get the rockets going even faster to get this thing built. So you'll notice that power input is increasing pretty dramatically as well. One thing I would like to do before too much longer, I've said this a few times, but I've been pulled away by various, basic resource anomalies that have mostly been resolved now, hopefully, I think, maybe. I would really like to start collecting photons here, because right now we're only doing that on Alrami, and I just feel like there's more of an opportunity to collect photons from a more powerful Dyson Sphere. It'll be a bit of a different situation because we can't set up the same kind of massive array, but it's still like a huge step in a better direction. Okay, so do I need to leave to get these resources? That's the question. I need titanium glass and strange matter. I don't think strange matter is being... I can't make strange matter myself. It has to be collided, basically. You have to use a collider. Best place to go to get some stuff would probably just be Alpha. You know what? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. That's what's happening. I'm going to Alpha Andromeda. And we're just going to grab what we need to make more of those labs so that we can further increase the production of carbon nanotubes. It's so funny that I almost forgot I was making Dyson frame components, or Dyson Sphere components. Well, yeah, frame materials and Dyson Sphere component. Okay, frame material, Dyson Sphere component. Easy to get mixed up. But I totally forgot that I was making these planet side. It makes sense, because we talked about it initially, like, am I going to build those planet side or not? And I remember, batting that around. And as soon as I saw what I built, I was like, oh yeah. That's a thing that I did. Discord's been keeping me busy, okay? And I've been doing day-to-day recording in this, so my memory of, things is very disjointed, That's what happens when you do day-to-day recordings. It's better when I can sit down for whole sessions. Of at least 2 or more, which I am doing today. Alright, so... That's so interesting. I don't remember that being a thing in the past, but the ability to just kind of continue your warp like that when you need to make a U-turn, as I just did. It's pretty cool. Alright, so we have these guys drawing power, doing their thing. Ooh, we have lots of strange matter here. What the hecking heck? How do we have so much strange matter? And what's this? Oh, had I planned to increase my production of these and never did? Wait a minute. You don't have a strange matter input line. How long have you been missing that? And you don't have an output line. What happened here? I built those and apparently didn't do a very good job of making sure their sorters were done. Alright. Well, that's obnoxious. Alright, anyway. I have lots of strange matter now. What else do I need? Titanium glass. If only I had a massive regular source of that. Oh, wait. I do. Alright, so all my titanium glass is coming down this line, basically. I'm just going to sit here and pick up... I'll let it go up to 50 before I stop picking some up. There we go. That was pretty fast, actually. Nice, and it's going to build 6 right away, and all I need to build more is just to grab some more of this. So I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to let it grab 50 minimum, maybe. You know what? Let's let it go to 100. Why not? Why the heck not? It's going fast enough. I'll take it. 8. Not bad. All right, that's probably all I need to make, but I know that I have all this extra strange matter, so why wouldn't I, you know, just top things off a bit? You know, seems like a quality idea. Just top things off a little bit. You know what I mean? All right, so yeah, I have to come over here. Now, I assume I don't actually need too much more titanium glass, but I want to go ahead and increase the likelihood that I will be able to build a bunch more of these. 6 more. And now I need the basics for the chemical plant, which I'm not going to worry about right now. I'm happy with the amount that I've been able to make. Let's head back to Gacrux Prime and continue. Glorious. It's still nice to see this initial Dyson swarm just as a decorative piece. I like it. Not everything has to be functional. Gacrux, where are you? There you are. You can see it in the night sky. That's what's crazy. It's such a bright star. That's one of the things I love about this game, is that even when you're within the atmosphere of a planet, if there's a bright enough star, you can see it in the distance the same way that you would during the nighttime or during the day. If it's a bright enough star or planet, you can see them in the sky. It's just fantastic. One of my favorite things. I have many favorite things about Dyson Sphere Program. That is certainly one of them. Alright, so we're 6 light years from Gacrux. This research speed upgrade that I'm doing, this is the biggest research project that I've queued up. It's 16,000 white cubes. Now, they're moving at a decent rate, but it's not going to be done anytime soon. Is there an ETA on how long it would take? Yeah. 2 hours and 49 minutes. So we're looking at 4 hours of gameplay away. It's rough. Did I just pass Gakrux? Yes, I did. That's rough. That's, it's 10 episodes. 1 research project. But we already made progress on a lot of other things, so it's fine. Everything's fine. Man, even the... Well, I guess some of the frames that are filling in are the older frames that I've already ordered. Alright. Oh, there's Gakrux 1. It's always super easy to spot. Man, look at all the rockets launching. It's insane. So, bear in mind that the continuous rocket launches you're seeing are a result of all of the work that I've done for the entire series, particularly in the last few episodes, to really get the key resources flowing that were holding us back. Because I've already built, you know, how long ago was it that I built all of these launchers? It wasn't a brief period. Okay, we are still short on frame materials, which is nuts to me. But it's okay. We are here to increase the amount of them we're producing. Excuse me. What? Alright, so now it seems like we're short on spiniform stalagmite. Which, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But we're going to need to head to Leonis Minoris, because that's creating a bit of a bottleneck. And what's happening here? Are we short on energetic graphite? Because it's getting burned out? That's fine. That probably means we... No, we don't have a power shortage yet. We probably will, but we don't at the moment. Is that adequately spaced? I guess it is. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Out of building range. Shenanigans. That's what I say to that. Shenanigans. Alright, so it looks like everything built. Literally everything. So I need to head to a planet where I can get more spiniform stalagmite, because right now, not enough of it is being produced to keep up with the voracious demand for it here, which, again, not surprised. What I'm going to have to do is set up more spiniform stalagmite for the drones to pick up. Similar to what I did on the Crystal Desert planet. Just to be quick about it. Let's head to Leonis Minoris and do that. And then we, could potentially find another source as well for spiniform stalagmite, so that we have 2 places that it's coming from, in addition to an increased rate of production on Leonis Minoris. Like, having 2 sets of transports moving it can't be bad. And I think I've already set that up to a degree on Leonis Minoris. And if not, I can do that while I'm here. Because I remember talking about it. The possibility of having a second ILS that was moving that resource. I think I've already done it. It's just been a few episodes. So, again, memory spotty. Lots of series going. Stuff going on. Okay? All positive. So positive. But stuff going on. So let's return to Leonis Minoris 2, our ocean world. Alright, so first question. I'm going to answer this from orbit. I did set up 2 export stations. Alright, so this is probably the one... Yeah. So spiniform stalagmite is... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Watch this. Alright, so I just... this is gonna be great. Alright, so I just told these particular Oh, I don't even have to... Yeah, all I have to do is set it to remote demand. Holy crap. Watch this. Or local demand. Oh my god. There they go. Wait, why aren't you flying that way? Is it because they're all emptying their supply immediately and there's nothing to be picked up? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, so on top of that, we are going to build some additional spiniform stalagmite veins, because God knows I can do more. I can absolutely do more. So I'm just going to go ham on getting these built, and also we're going to check power. Oh yeah, power's completely fine. Completely fine. Love it. Okay, so this is interesting. I could build... Yeah, there we go. Could I build one here? Yeah, if I add a little bit more land. Ah, you know what? Hang on, we're going to change that right now. Well, no, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I can't remember if there's any like information on the settings screen that I wouldn't want to show in a recording. Alright, so yeah, sorry, distractions. Oh, perfect. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. That's kind of why I set it up that way. Alright, so oh wow, they're already on the way. That's fantastic. Alright, so here's another vein that I raised but didn't do anything with, so that's an easy fix. Love to see it. Alright, we're going to have to add a little bit more space to make that work. That is totally doable and allowable. I can feel myself starting to get converted to this approach for the miners now that I'm using it. I have to be honest. I do love my spaghetti, and I love setting that up on like the home planet. I don't think that's going to change. But this as an approach, when you're at this stage in the game and you need these rare resources transported quickly, you know, the fact that this is working in this way is absolutely glorious. This is really going to help us make sure that spiniform stalagmite crystal is in plentiful supply on Gacrix. And it already seems like a lot is being brought in, even though much is already being transported. So I'm quite happy to see that. Here's another deposit. I'm going to set up... Okay. We're going to do these two more. In addition. And then I'm just going to call it at that. I'm not going to do more than that. 17x. There's a few more there, but it's fine. 17x. Alright, so let's set up tower, tower, and then what I probably need to do here, I would guess, is like in between them, like so. There we go. You know what? I didn't think that through, because I bet if I put one like right here, I bet it'll be in range. Maybe. Cross fingers. Oh, it will. Perfect. Magic. Alright, so question is, will transports come straight down to these? Yep, here they come. So that's just a sign of how quickly those advanced miners are going to be able to help resolve the problem. Matter of fact, before we end the episode, since we're about done with this one, let's go. Let's actually take a look at how immediate of an impact that had. Because we have the entire apparatus set up already. Where the Gacrix? Stop hiding from me. It's rude. Thank you. incredibly rude of this entire star to just, like, play hide and seek. I know, it's not moving. Well, it is moving, but not in a way that's perceptible. Everything in the universe is moving. Even though we can't always tell. Because of relativity. It's a very general theory. I'm sorry. Alright, so we are approaching Gacrux, and there's Gacrux Prime. We're gonna land, and I just want to witness this from... Hello. God, look at the sheer number of... Let's see this before we land. Look at the sheer number of sails traveling to various, you know, spots on this frame. Looks like there are additional frames that are ready. So we're back up above 12 gigawatts, which is great. And remember, when this thing's done, the swarm is going to fill completely back up. That swarm was over 12 gigawatts on its own. So, and the power production of the panels is much higher. So, we're doing well. All right, rocket launch continues to look absolutely prolific, which, again, you love to see it. Let's go ahead and... Man, that one's so close to being done. We're probably going to see that complete while we're sitting here watching this. Come on, just one more. Just one more. Let's give us the satisfaction before we end the episode of watching that last little bit of green disappear. Just one more. Come on. You know you want to. The rocket's landing right now. The rockets basically reach those nodes and they, like, insert and drop off materials and they're consumed. Oh, come on. It's so close. It's so close. I see you putting in the effort. I see you. Just give us this one thing. We're approaching the 38-minute mark. You've had like 20 rockets go to the same spot, and that one... Come on now. Come on. I believe in you. You can see, like, they're actually having to... the rockets are having to, like, turn around. They're missing the point, and they're having to accelerate back that direction to catch up. That's cool. All right. A watched pot never boils, Legion. Let's go ahead and... There's another one almost done here under the same circumstances. Like, very, very, very close. Yeah, this is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, these are also close. Yep, that one still hasn't filled in. Screw you. Oh my god. I just went around the entire Dyson frame. Alright, we're up to 12.3 gigawatts. And remember, this is just... I've only built on one set of latitude lines with a gap in the middle so that at certain points we can still see a bright glow from the star. I love having that central gap. We might even get to take advantage of it now so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're looking at it right there. That's the gap. So that bright part of the star that you're seeing right now, we'll always be able to see that even when the sphere is complete. But above this, I will absolutely build an entire sphere. We're just going to have a gap in the middle so that there's still sunlight, you know, leaving in ample supply. Anyway, we just passed the 39-minute mark. Past the 39-minute mark words. I'm going to stop this one here. In the next one, let's take a quick look, by the way, at Spiniform Stalagmite. How is it doing? I want to see that specifically. So I guess I'm not going to stop this one here. I lied to you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. It's only going to be another few seconds, but I need to know this. You need to know this. You want to know this. I know you do. Okay, now it's actually full. So what we're seeing is complete saturation of this line. Oh, that's fantastic. There's still a few down at the end, that are not getting the resources they need, but I think it's going to slowly get completely saturated. So we might, since they're full, we might need to set up a second output line and use some pilers, and I'll do that at the beginning of the next episode, and then we can definitely produce more of these and accelerate the process of the completion of the Dyson Sphere even more. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. What you looking at, Invictus? Just looking around? Cool. New episodes are coming out every day at noon U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.